I introduce to some and present to others Rosie Berry.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend Gail. But thank you all, my friend Democrats. Of course, Democrats in the House, correct? Yes. Correct? Yes. The last time I spoke to a group, I addressed the fact that I was bringing the heat. Well, it's cooled off a little bit, but guess what? I'm still bringing the heat. I'm bringing the heat. It's not over with yet as we march forward. And I'll tell you why. Where have I been? I've been everywhere. You're right, Joyce. Everywhere. We go wherever the call is asked for us to be. But most of all, we go because our heart's in it. Our heart is in it. I've served my entire life in my career. I've served others, and I want to continue to serve. I think one of the most humbling things just happened to me this week. I opened a letter, and it said, as a candidate for House of Representatives, you have reached the highest calling that you can as a citizen, to give back in service. And that's what I want to do, to give back in service. So where am I now in my campaign? And why do I feel so strong about this? Why do I feel the need to pontificate? As I had another friend while I was speaking, why do you want to go up there and pontificate with those men? And I said, why not? Why not pontificate with those men? Why not elaborate with those men? Why not hold a conversation about what is important to the lives of the citizens of District 84, of Aiken County, of the state of South Carolina, of this nation, the United States, and of this world? Because believe it or not, it becomes smaller and smaller each day as we battle the conflicts that are upon us, around us, near us, far, and at our back door. So I do want to pontificate. But what's important in my campaign, worth pontificating about? The need for quality education. The need for us to have schools that our children can be proud of and we can be proud of, so that other families and industry wants to be a part of what we have. A need to have buildings that do not crumble down, that do not have old infrastructure, that are not connected with those things that are 50 and 60 years old. Believe it or not, I saw a sign on a vehicle, an Aiken County vehicle, that says it's the oldest running public service vehicle in the county. Is that really something to be proud of? It didn't have a historical value to it. I couldn't have put it on the job market and wouldn't have gotten over $3,000 for it. I want to be proud of what is the most efficient and effective means of transportation for our community. I want to be involved in what's the most efficient and effective means of education for our children. I want to be involved in what's the most effective and efficient means for retraining those who need jobs. And when I talk about jobs, I'm talking about economic development. And boy, do we need it. We need jobs. We need the working class. We need our unions. My friends that are here tonight from the union, I cannot say enough for what they have done. John Wells, would you please stand? Bill, where are you? Mark, where are you? Raise your hand. Let people know. Stand up. Stand up. I want them to know how important you are in our community. I want you to walk. Where are you? Where's everybody? Charles, I said, Salt is Ken. Where's Ken? I didn't see Ken put his. That's right, right here. Can't say enough of the support. Folks, we need unions, because without it, we won't have middle class. We will not have middle class without it. We need their support, and we need skilled labor forces. If we are going to dream it, we've got to have the ones to build it. And we can't do it on nothing. And why do we want skilled labor? So that we can get quality jobs, so that we can get industry, so that we can get individuals who want something better out of life. Yes, we need it. We need to have a community that is safe. We need safe schools, and for our communities to be safe, we need to protect our elders. We need our senior citizens. They are valuable as gold. Don't let anybody fool you that they're not. They are as valuable as gold. You are. Your golden halo is upon you, and only her hairdresser knows in terms of what may be under these strands, but there is nothing wrong with having the age upon you, because it is a blessing. It is a blessing. My mother told me one thing in life that I'll always treasure. She said, Rose, listen to those who are older than you. And I used to say, why? She said, because old people don't get old being fools. It's just that simple. Just that simple. The fastest growing population in my district and in this state are senior citizens. Senior citizens. Cherish them. How we treat our old and how we treat our young depicts on how we value human life. I value it much. You all bring something to the table. Even if it's just your knife and fork, you can still come to the table. I also express the need for us to talk about a better infrastructure. Our roads are crumbling. Our bridges are bad. When we have humongous rainstorms, do you still have to tiptoe through the parking lot to get in and out of your car? Are you afraid to travel down certain streets because you already know that they're going to be flooded? Do you think about the children that are getting on our buses in the morning when there are floods of rain, or in the evenings? Do you think about our individuals, your wife, your son, your daughter, who may be trying to travel on those dangerous roads? I've lost too many friends this year. You too, due to bad road conditions. South Carolina, one of our first lists, bad roads. We pay high automobile insurance because of our bad roads. I want to thank Bill Clyburn for having the sense to know that we need reflectors, even in our most rural parts, because South Carolina is a rural state, and we have got to put lights, reflectors, roads with curbing. We've got to have bridges. We've got to have transportation. We can't go to and from our jobs risking our lives. It's happening. We have got to care about safety and transportation and infrastructure as well. We further have to care about zero-based budgeting. And I put that on my platform earlier, and people are like, what is that? I'm talking about accountability for spending government dollars. I'm talking about being transparent and spending government dollars. I'm talking about when you tell me that you have lottery funds, that truly you're only spending less than 10 cents on the dollar for public education, that you need to be upfront about it. I'm talking about telling the truth about spending money and how you spend it, and thinking out of the box and making people accountable, not just because you had the dollars last year, you get it again, but why do you need it and what are you going to use it for? And if we don't get it, who is getting it? Who has the dollars in their coffer, and where does it go? Which part of the state, which part of the county gets the money? There's nothing wrong. Just tell me. I'll wait my turn if you tell me that I'm next in line. But if you don't tell me anything about the dollars, then how am I going to know? It's everybody's money. It's not my money. It's the citizens of South Carolina's money. It's the voters' money. It's what's right. It's all we're asking about. Fair and transparent government when they're spending. Fair and transparent. We need to ask it of every organization. We got to just stop giving away our dollars just because we want to give you a tax break. We got to show you why we need your tax dollars. We got to tell our corporations what we can do for your tax dollars. We got to let you invest in our communities and invest in us. It's not about a free ride. It's about everybody doing everything they can to make a difference. Everybody doing everything they can to make a difference. I share with you this part. When I see those of you who have reached back and have sent me dollars, written me checks, who see me daily, and each time you give me words of encouragement, you just don't know how humble I am. I really am. Because you see in me what I want others to see: a caring person, a person who understands the needs, and who have worked hard in this community to work with you and them and all people to make a difference. To make a difference. For over 38 years, I've worked in public education, and I'm still doing it. Some people say, Miss Barry, you ever gonna go home? You ever gonna retire? I said, why? As long as God gives me the strength, as long as he gives me the wisdom, and as long as he continues to give me the courage, I will fight for what is right. So I'm here standing before you as candidate for House District 84. I want to humbly thank you for your gifts of support. I want to humbly thank you for the hours and the time and the energy that you have given to my campaign. And I want to humbly thank you for all that there is yet to be done. Thank you. Have a good evening.